Oh, baby, sing a rap for me and you.
This is insanity. These are swans. Now, I've done swans in the past, and these are oh my God, they're the M300 Mark IIs, and they were probably the top speaker in my life. When I first moved into this house in 2020, this was it. It was $900, self-powered, three-way. It's kind of dusty, 6.5-inch mid-range tweeter. And then, Buchart sort of came in, and they're like $5,000, and these are the anniversary and other and seven. Munich, 2025. I meet the president of Swan. He's there. He knows who I am. He's apparently taken over the company from his father, and they had some really, really, really pretty self-powered speakers, which is what I'm used to at Swan. And they were $800, and they could have been $2,800. They could have been $5,000 because it's Munich. But they were $800. I'm like, damn. These were sitting on the side. They weren't set up. I didn't get to hear them. They contacted me, and they're like, hey, we're going to send out a pair of speakers. You okay with these? And I'm going to need your help, because I can't for the life of me think of a new thing to name these. Except for the flock. Here, let me go. By the way, that wallpaper was going to be a not safe for work sound demo only wallpaper. I've upgraded it for this. So, the name of these speakers, are you ready? Because you think Swan, well, it's actually been numbers and letters all the fucking time, but come on, man. The D3.1 Mark II, which, by the way, if you haven't noticed, they are upside down because they come with an integrated angle, which can be fine if you can get past the absolutely terrible AI that they're using to like build the backgrounds. Completely wrong, by the way. So you guys think of a new, better name than the D3.1 Mark IIs, because number one, where the fuck are the Mark I's? I ain't never heard of them before. Number two, this is only the third passive Swan I've ever had. The first passive Swan I built. These guys, which, you know what they're called? Can you guess? They're the DIY 3.1, which makes sense because it's a three-way, and I don't know. I never finished them, but that's what they live here, and they work great. And then I bought the other ones, and I had those really Art Deco ones that had no bass, but they had really good treble, and then I sold them. So it's going to kind of bring maybe a bit of a shock to the group, if you are part of the group, when I tell you that these, which, did you notice the price in case you were at $550, that's a chunk. That's a hefty chunk of change. But at $550, these things, which are currently upside down in my room, are the second best passive bookshelf I've ever fucking heard. Sue me. Because that's the first best. And those are $6,000. Those are the Mon Platimons. And then if we just go like, that's the second best. Better than any Buchart passive speaker, better than any JBL, better than the triangles I have back there, better than the Klipsch RP600Ms, better than Mica RB42s. I know. You know what, like the third, fourth, maybe RB42s, obviously, we know that one. If you don't know little Micas. The Swan Oasis 140. The $140 one. I just need to say the words. There's a Swan OS 10s. There. This is a top fucking 10 at least best passive loudspeaker I've ever heard. Get the fuck off, you cover bastard. By the way, you know that YouTube now removed the restrictions of saying like, fuck, shit, piss, cunt, all in the first 7 seconds? I can get monetized now. Sorry I didn't start this video off with a big old fuck, but these things are incredible. And they're like $140. Or maybe they've probably gone up now since tariffs are doing a thing. You can't use the covers and there's a whole thing. But the point is, I am not joking or lying or even exaggerating when I say that these are dumb. We're listening to Nicholas Jar. This is Nicholas Jar. Let's shuffle out of Nicholas Jar. All right, I'm going to sit down. Michael Jackson's Rock With You. I can't play much because we're on YouTube. And I got to remember to reverse the fucking microphones because they're usually backwards. We'll turn it up. There's a whole series of things happening to make this happen right now. By the way, powering it with the Stark Crimson Ultra, which probably doesn't hurt considering they are 85 decibels sensitivity and 8 ohms and... What? Oh, let me... What is happening? I had a friend over yesterday. Today is my birthday. Happy birthday to me. Today, the 10th. But I had a friend over yesterday, and we finished working on my truck. It was a whole thing, like 1 a.m. Get down here. It's like 1:30 in the morning. And I'm like, dude, have you heard these? And we proceeded to listen to shit for 90 minutes till like 2:30 in the morning. And he's a big Klipsch fanboy. And he listened to them. And I said, right now, if you could have any Klipsch in my house, because I have tons of Klipsch jars, or these, and it was these. Because these are not a normal fucking speaker. They don't do anything. Anything in a normal way. We are looking at, and I don't like when companies lie to me, but if any of you know what well, actually, that's a weird looking one. We'll look at this one. That is a 6.5-inch driver. So that doesn't look like a 6.5-inch driver. And that's a 5.25. And that doesn't look like a 5.25. And also, like this surround, like the amount that the speaker can move in and out is determined by that fold of rubber that allows it to articulate in and out. And that one's pretty big. And that one's pretty big. And that one is small. Like smaller than a pencil. It's like it barely has a surround to it. It's got a dust cap that's like built into the structure of the speaker. Like there isn't like a separate piece that they've added. That is just part of it. Or they've fused it on there. And then they wrote hi-fi research on the thing because Swan is hi-fi, if you know hi-fi drivers. So they say it's a 6.5-inch long throw. Feels like a lie. It feels like it's a 6-inch custom driver, and it feels like it's also a very short throw. Because literally, I've had these things cranked. Like cranked. And they barely move. And yet, this massive box, because it's no small, with this huge fucking port that I could almost fist, sits here with these beautiful connectors. Recognize those? Those are what's on the... Oh, this is 140. What the fuck? Who at Swan is doing the calculations on pricing? I was wondering why these were so nice. It's because they're going to use them in all their passive speakers, because I guess that's more affordable. But the point is, this little, and it's for the size of the box, that is a kind of small, little, delicate-looking driver, can produce some of the most impactful low-end I've ever heard. And here's another thing. When I started playing with these, I had them on the boot cart stands right side up, so they were all that weird angle, and it was like, I don't mind the angle. If you could run with the angle, run with the angle. I'm here, I'm trying to assess in my level, trying to make everything sort of playing field, so I flipped them upside down, which is completely a legal move, by the way. Got them right at ear height for the center of mass. You look at the tweeter, and it's like, oh, it's a soft dome, which is protected by a metal grill, in a very, very gentle horn waveguide. It's just the slightest little, ooh. It's also a 28 millimeter or a 1.1 inch soft dome. And I apologize, I don't have my bore camera here. If I had my bore scope camera, I would absolutely probe this through here, because I don't imagine the crossover in this is a piece of shit. Because it can't be. The inefficiency of these speakers, which means they're hard to drive. I would say 100 watts clean is the minimum. Because according to this, and by me bumping the thing, and that's a 250 watt per channel into 8 ohms. So we're using power to make it go. Everything that comes out of these speakers feels like the highest end Focal Utopia. I like Focal Utopia speakers. They're always like mentally, if I think about like, oh, $10,000 speaker. All right, that's a thing, but now most people can't, and it's, it's a little bit out of reach, and deal with it. Nothing these are doing makes any sense at the price bracket. If Swan sent me these speakers and they showed me a webpage and the webpage said $1,899, $1,900 for the pair, same reaction. I would not fucking believe that they're getting this sound out of this weird, small, odd driver, giant box, angled foot, big hole sort of thing. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what the price is, how you do that. They sound like a full range tower. They're not needing a sub. Everything needs a sub, in my opinion. Like anything that you listen to that has like 22 hertz and down, which is a lot of music. Big monster, dumb big. Oh, big dumb monster HSU sub affiliate link in the description. That thing's only $1,200. Best $1,200 you'll ever fucking spend. Unless you buy two pairs of these and set them up in a 4.0 capacity surround sound, and then you'll just shit your pants. So there's an energy to these. I don't feel like I'm listening to speakers and sound. It's just like, oh, you're listening to sound. No. The Gypsy Kings are playing Soy right here. Where is this happening? How is this happening? Because I've listened to that amp and not even using the big monoblocks. I'm just using the normal old Ultra, which is still a fucking tremendous thing because Leo's a psychopath. But I've never had a speaker like force me to do a review. I gave these 30 hours of break-in. I had them on the floor, pointed at each other. I have a special track that's an inverted pink noise so that instead of the speakers doing this at each other, one side is reversed, so it just does this. Which, if it's a passive speaker, you can just reverse the polarity on the back, and you put two speakers kissing each other. They'll do this, and they make almost no sound while they're breaking in for hours and hours and hours. And I heard the potential in these when I first got them. I'm like, I had them set up weird and wrong. And I'm like, you know what? I'm just going to put them on the floor, yell at each other for a couple days, and then I'll put them up in the stands and I'll play with positioning. I played with positioning for 6 minutes. I went here, then here, then here, and I sat down and I haven't fucking touched them. They're perfect. I have no other words to describe the emotional fucking damage that these are doing to your wallet's more than my wallet. But these, and there's a hit, there's like a fastness to it. The driver being not quite a 6, like smaller, and then that waveguide. Like, in order to have this much bass impact with so little driver movement, usually requires like a 10-inch driver so that it can move like that much instead of this much to make the sound go. And that's why the RB42s are kind of amazing, because it's a little 4-inch driver, but then the... hold on, I'm picking up shit. Like, look at the surround on that. When these things move, they fly in and out to try to make the sound happen. That's why these take a lot of power. These physically can't move that hard or that fast. Well, no, not that hard or that far, but they can move fast. They must be using neodymium magnets on the driver, and that driver must be like locked in place in this like frantic fucking shaking, like make sound. Ugh! Because when it hits, come on, shuffle. More hit. There's no subwoofer on right now. It's muted. It's muted sub. What? What is that? What is doing that? Because positioning plays a huge part. Like if I move them, it'll be less space, more bass. But to fucking just plop them down like here and move them for 3 seconds and then have... This is, by the way, Bruce Falconer's Dragon Ball Z soundtrack. The depth and speed. I don't say words like depth and speed. It's not the Zeos thing. I'm all about anime feet and holy shit. I want Swan to pay me to bring these to a show. Give me a room, pay for the room, or pay for part of the room. I'll get more sponsors. Leo sponsor me with amps or something. And I want to blow people's fucking minds. I want to have like a price sheet on the wall that's completely lies. It's an audio show. It's mostly lies anyway. So why not just put on there? I'll change the brand name too. It'll be like a big reveal at the end. Whatever the name we come up with it with the Dennis systems of speakers. I don't know. What do you want to call these? Because D3.1 MkII does not fucking give these the credit they deserve. First of all, that is insanely loud and nothing's moving. Here, let's go to, you don't go to the bass test playlist. Because, of course, I have a bass test playlist. Actually, I don't here. Well, I suck. Let's see. What do we got? Something good. Something good. Ignore the background. You can download it in the wallpaper horde or use the little snippet of code to find it on Imager if you know how the internet works. Like, look at that. Thing's barely moving. I fart and my cheeks move harder and faster than that. That's like nothing. It's like, there's nothing happening. But if I come and sit down where the bass notes should be forming, what did I just throw on the floor? I threw something on the floor. It doesn't matter. Whatever it was wasn't a Swan speaker, so I literally don't care. But quiet, depthy. And then like that sound like comes in and it fills the entire space. There's no speakers. It's doing the thing that the Mons do where I don't hear speaker and then there's like a center image. It's just close your eyes and point to the speaker, ladies and gentlemen. It's like, I don't know, like over here somewhere? Is that where the speaker is? Or is it like up? Is it higher? This is the most perfect example of Swan magic I've ever heard. And the fact that you can get it for like $500, it's $550, and we'll assume it's going to go up with tariff shit. If these blow up to 1,000 in the next couple months, it's fine. Take this exact review and just say, I can't believe I heard a speaker this good for under $1,200 instead of under, I don't even know. Look, they're not perfect. All right, they're not perfect. I'm not completely sold on the angular bass bullshit. Like the anglers, like this, the fact that it sits crooked. Fine if you're like need that if you're putting them on like really low stands, but I mean, if you got, let's see, what does that look like? You need like a 3/4 piece of something just put under the back, and then these will just sit and prop them up. All right, so it's not the end of the world. It's literally not. In fact, Swan, if you're watching, and I'm hoping they're watching, next revision, which will probably be called the Swan D3.1 MkII Z, because you can put my name on it, because I'd love to have a collab. Just make these so they unscrew, and you could adjust the height. Make them unscrew a lot. Make it unscrew so you can level it. $1 million. $1 billion. That's flaw number one. Not everyone's going to be able to use them upside down because you're not as cool as me. But I like them with this sort of configuration, just sort of level and flat. But it's fixable with a piece of wood or a piece of fucking anything. Sugar packets you steal from fucking Waffle House. I don't care. Worry about the bottom. The other problem I have is it's kind of a full problem, but it's also kind of a half problem, is there's no cover. So it's very studio monitor in that you don't get the pretty covers that keep kids from poking their fingers in things. Well, also cats ripping the shit out of it. But I say that's only a half problem because the tweeter is covered in a metal guard, and then this isn't the type of, normal pokey thing that a kid's fingers are going to smash into. This thing is fucking solid. So it's kind of protected and doesn't need a grill, but it'd be cool if they offered it. If you wanted to design your own, and feel free, by the way, to message me if you do something in 3D printing where you take the position of the 3 screws here, because there's no fascia screws at all, except for those 3. Feel free to design something where little magnets can be mounted in a 3D print that you go pop, and it has like another ring that extends over here with some felt, and it'll cover. Like, look at the design details on this. We got the wood paneling, which is obviously not real because it's not $5,000. But then you have the black, and you got these deep channels that go between it and intersect it. Like, they're using AI artwork to, like, make the environments to then Photoshop these in. These would look fucking great on a folding plastic table behind the alleyway of a Chinese restaurant. Like, it would look fucking great. They are they're artsy. This is a choice. The gold feet may be a little much, but the Swan logo is kind of gold. It looks different when it's upside down, though. So you're gonna have to figure out how you're gonna sell this to people. Kind of looks like a swoop of, like, bloop, like somebody dropped something in a golden lake. The Gold Lakes. I got it. The Swan Golden Lakes. Of course, you're in like a golden lake of sound. You get it, right? I get it. And as long as I get it. Listen to how... Do you hear this? Like... Where is the... I was reading through the page because I got the box and the manual, but I'm not reading the manual. And I was looking to see if somewhere internally there was like a secret 8-inch driver that was using that massive port. Like, maybe this is just like the front-facing driver, and there's like an ELAC speaker where there's a front driver and an inside driver. In fact, these Mons here have a front driver and an inside driver that are the same size, and they still don't produce that much bass. But these are fucking astonishing. Ooh, ghost data. There we go. Let's get some Moika loop going on this. And I'm just talking about bass, like bass is the only thing, but Eris is... Oh, Eris fell down. Pair 1069 sits here for use on this. Ghost data, Moika loop, hot girls, feet. Forget what I was talking about. Oh, I'm talking only about bass. Let's talk about treble. Can we talk about treble? Can we timestamp this to treble, Zeos? Good, great. That tweeter. I'm looking around for a more resolving tweeter in my home. Like something that says, this costs X dollars and it's worth it. People are sucking off the Purify drivers. Everyone knows Purify. Purify is the ones that look like this. Nope, I'm sorry. Get the fuck back on there. You're ruining my video. Fuck. There you go. That's a Purify woofer, which has got the weird like ripples that have been calculated out with science and technology to you've heard my review of these. Everything that has Purify drivers is like, wow. Purify came out with a tweeter. And I know about it because I have a friend who's making speakers. And he's like, I ordered the Purify tweeters. And I didn't know what that meant. Like, oh yeah, the drivers. They're kind of expensive, $400 or $500, but they're big things. The Purify tweeters are like $600 or $700. And I listened to these speakers, which the whole speaker costs $550. And I'm wondering just exactly what more are you getting from this? Because I'm like here, and it's like it fades away. And as soon as I get here, it's a consistent, just sharp, concise, clear cone of fucking sound. Like detail retrieval to the nines. And the only reason I would say that maybe that one's better is because look at the fucking crazy aluminum waveguide you put on that AMT. Like that, I expect on like a $6,000 pair of Korean-made, like fucking all aluminum high-end speakers that go to shows. The tweeter should be top-notch. And that one is top-notch above most of the shit I hear at shows anyway. So the fact that I'm looking at these two things and trying to compare and contrast is wild. Let me get to the this part. It's like I'm at a car show. Only the car show sounds better than most audio shows and only costs $550. I don't get these. I don't. I do this a lot. I do this for years. And every once in a while, this is one of those once in a while. If you think, oh, Zeus, you love everything, I've actually created a new playlist that will link in the description or in the comments. That is all the products Zeus has fucking hated. I'm going to have to go through the IM ones myself because there's quite a number of those. But there's a bunch of products. I don't love everything. I want to love I want everything to be fantastic and lovely. I want everyone's products to be fantastic. Products have to fucking upset me. They have to disappoint me. They have to hurt me. And then I'll give you a bad review. This is the polar opposite, where if I made a playlist of things that actually changed your fucking perspective on audio, this would be one of those videos. There. Oh, Jesus, that jumped backwards. Or up. I'm trying to get the subwoofer, like, tuned in. So there's it with the 15-inch fucking HSU subwoofer, and then if I turn this off, there's hardly a difference. How are you What are you doing? Tell me what you're doing. Wait. The driver barely moves. They make incredible amounts of low end. They have literally some of the best imaging I've ever heard in a speaker. They sound this big. Like when you catch the fish, you're like, how big was the fish? The fish was this big. No, the fish was this big. I haven't had a size discrepancy in my brain since the Yamo 60106s. The big 6-inch Yamos that were like 50% larger in size than that. Those sounded massive. These sound as big or bigger, but better. It's dumb. These are dumb. These are dumb speakers. Anyone who's looking... It's this mid-thousand price bracket of Klipsch versus Triangle versus whatever the fuck else. Even... Right there. Here's some Buchard passives. Buchard passives. You know what? I'm probably going to sell you. Ignore the fact that those are on the floor. I'm probably going to sell you because I wasn't going to sell because you can't get better passives than the Buchard passives. Yeah. You fucking can. These are an speaker. They're not a speaker you go, hey, you have to hear my speaker. Oh, these sound lovely. These sound, I mean, you could technically change the track to be something that just sounds lovely. But these are more of like that guttural, like, like if you have like a really good piece of fucking cheese steak hamburger. I just made that up. I'm trying to think of the most like food you could ever have. Like fried chicken, but made by like Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints. That's the guttural sound of like, oh my God. Like I'm standing up. I'm way out of where I should be, and the sound is coming from right here. Someone's just playing a cymbal right there. Like, I don't understand.
No, Billy, I haven't done that dance since my wife died.
I paused it a little bit too late, because I'm sure that intro is also on the copyright fucking match thing, so it's just someone... No, Billy, I haven't played that song since my wife died. So if I say that, am I technically breaking copyright? What?
There's a whole crowd of people out.
What is this? Because it's not, if it was the last pair of Swan passives, and it's been years, those I built, but I had the ones after it, had no bass, but they were so clean and clear, but I couldn't get over the fact they weren't a whole speaker. These are a fucking whole speaker. These are everything. The only subwoofer you could add to these is a 15-inch. You say these in a 12? Why are you bothering? You're trying to be like, oh, I need one with three. I was a huge fanboy of the three-way speaker because I feel like this is going to break apart the frequencies in a way that's going to present them all evenly, and I should really move this to this side because now this is fucking disgustingly dusty. Oh, I'm sorry, babies. I'll give you a love. I got to give them the love. Straight up, end of the statement, because I don't want to make this video to go on for more than 30-something minutes.
When it's time to party, we go party hard.
Buy these. Buy these. Don't buy the clips. Don't buy the triangle. If you bought any of those, at the moment I was reviewing them, they were fucking great. Those, I could figure out the person and people who needed those triangles. Oh, the clips, with the horns, and the horns sound good. These are my new top recommendation speaker, the end. And I'm glad it's Swan, because at least I've used the brand forever. Having met the president of the company, which, by the way, I got his cell phone number, so we're just going to like chat it up. But I can't give a buyer's review. I'm going to give I guess it's like if I lie to you here, you don't come back next year or next week and come and watch. So all I could do is tell you what I'm experiencing in the most excited manner possible, because I'm fucking excited. Oh, my phone's dead. But I'll post the video. Actually, it's in my patronage chat. If you join Patreon for $15 a month, the patronage chat gets to know everything that's happening early. So last night at 2 a.m, less than 12 hours ago, I had my friend sitting on this couch, and I just stood here, and I filmed him, and I filmed the speaker, and then I filmed him, and he was just like questioning life itself, and like, what the fuck is, what? That's what these are. These make you question everything. Again, with the fucking sounds are like, I'm hearing imaging and spacing standing right in front of them. Please let me do a show with these. Because I could probably pay for a room, but then I'm just out $3,000 and I've broken my back carrying these around for no benefit at all. So if someone sponsor me to go to like, I think Capitals in the book says it's too far away, but I'd love to just show these to people. This is my passion. You're witnessing my fucking passion, is just yelling at people that things are great and why aren't you buying them? This is the Rick and Morty trap theme. You've heard it, right? How? It's like they've broken in even more from yesterday. There's no driver here. It's a little baby. And they don't give a shit. They don't give a shit. God damn it. All right. You know what? We're fucking done. All right. One more Dead Mouse song and then we're done. Skipped it. If you're looking for by the way, there were 10 in stock yesterday on Amazon. And when I opened up the page to get it ready for this review, there are now 12 in stock. So they're probably making them 2 a day. And they're probably going to sell 25 an hour from the moment this video drops. So go. I didn't even adjust the lights to like point at the speakers because I had them here for the yard sale. I'm like, if you don't believe me, and it's perfectly fine. I'm some random asshole on the internet for like, I'd say 50% of people here have never been to Z Reviews. And this guy is just a hype man, but watch my review on the Oasis 140. Take the covers off because the covers literally ruin the sound because it's wood and it's like a ½ inch more, so it covers like most of this. You have a little narrow. Buy the Oasis 140s. They're cheap as fuck. Power them properly. Break them in by just running them for, in other words, get them, use them in a week, 2 weeks, really sit down and listen to them. If these don't tell you Swan is up to something, then you're done. You return these to Amazon and, you know, nothing, no fault, no harm, no foul. If those for $150 do what I know they can do, these speakers, these are I can no longer say they're the best I've ever heard, because I have the Mons are going to take a lot to fucking dethrone them, but they also cost like a 12th of what those do. So price to performance, these are the God King Emperors of the fucking world. And that should be good enough for most people. So I'm going now. Patreon Subscribestar do actually support the channel. If you don't know, let me run to the other side of the basement because I can do that because this camera's not tied up. I have a solar install going on that's going to be recorded on the second channel. Here are my $10,000 in batteries. I wish I was sponsored by EcoWorthy. EcoWorthy! I'll link you in the video. Please sponsor me so I could get some of my money back. Actually, I bought $15,000 in batteries. $5,000 is to bribe my friends to help me install it. I gotta build a room here. We gotta put the panels up in the back. Please, God. This is 600 pounds of batteries. And that's another 600 pounds of batteries. So your money is being used to help make this place sustainable. Because as much as I try to keep lights not on, like DACs are running, man. Think of the DACs. Think of the R2R DACs. They're starving. Look at my little starving children. I can't shut you off. If I shut you off, your thermal constancies will be wrong. Which, by the way, those Musician Pegasus are what's feeding the Star Crimson Ultra into these. In case you want to know the full computer Matrix X SPDIF 3 mini DSP SH Studio. Yes. And then that has AAS out into the Musician Pegasus straight into the power DAC, into the power amp of the Star Crimson Ultra by Orchard Audio, right into these. Bob's your uncle. So, Patreon Subscribestar, support this channel. If you'd like to see reviews early, for $7 a month, you get to see reviews early. Participate in yard sales where I sell things. And guess what? When Zeos gets something really, really good, he takes the things that used to be the greatest shit he heard, and he sells those instead. So I'm constantly moving things out. So if you'd like a chance to buy those for, like, I wouldn't say pennies on the dollar, but certainly 60% of retail cost is usually a good bet. People always don't know how much to bid. If something costs $1,000 and you bid $600, you're real close to winning. It's usually just a few bucks up and down, unless you get some weirdo from, like, Spain. Because I do sell my yard sales to anywhere in the world. Well, now with tariffs, I think out still fine, but in is bad. But yeah, if you live somewhere where you can't get products, I will ship to you, and you pay half shipping, and then everyone's happy. So yeah, see reviews early, participate in yard sales, 1st to the 10th of every month. Lost the sound demos. I haven't sound demoed in a hot minute. It's been like 5 months since I've done my sound demos, and I'm super far behind. This may inspire me because I kind of want to know if I can actually record the magic. So keep an eye out for that Telegram channel, which if you are a patron, you are allowed access to that. So that's what the $5 or the $7 benefits are for. I had to raise the prices. It sucks. But then the patronage chat, where you can meet other psychopaths, get all the inside information. They've all got the links to these. They've all got the videos for these. Ask me questions anytime you want. And once you're in the patronage chat, you get into a lifetime swap meet channel to buy, sell, and trade gear, where if you just post a post, say, I want to sell this. Someone messages you, you sell it, you delete that post, you move on. It's great. It's a free service behind a small paywall. So I'm going to just keep listening because today is my birthday. And, oh, the imaging is just fucking stellar. Anyway, go buy some Swans. Think of the new name for them because the D3.1 Mark II doesn't fucking flow. And I'll see you on the next ones. And if you do buy these, or you buy those, come back to this video, leave a comment. Because I'm just one voice. The comments, those matter. The people's opinions after the words leave my mouth, that's what keeps this channel going for the last, 13 years. All right. I'll see you in the next one.